Hello there. Welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name's Save with Crypto, and I've got a very, very slow loading TradingView chart here. Anyway, let's just change that to Bitcoin because there was something I was looking at. Let's change it to that one. Come on, load. Right. I think my computer's trying to do some sort of update or something, so it's making everything super slow. Actually, let's go for that one instead. So that's Bitcoin USD on the ByBit chart, and the reason I'm looking at that is because I don't really want to look at the 1 minute. I want to look at the 12-hour. Sorry, I'll say hello in a moment. So I've been kind of waiting for this because I was wondering. Sorry, excuse me. Right, 12-hour. There you go. So I'm just really bugged by how slow all this is. Let me just monitor this on a different computer so I can see what's going on. I don't think maff's here today, by the way. So what I'll probably do is go up to half-1, see what the PPI does, and if it's exciting, then I don't know, carry on. If not, then I might make it a short one because I do want to get outside actually today because it's rather lovely out there. Right, so where are we? There's also a very busy cafe over the road with lots of people sitting outside, and they are quite noisy, but I don't want to shut the window because it's quite hot in here. So I'm just getting this up on my other computer so I can see what's going on, and then I'll have a quick listen to check everything's all right. I can see myself frozen. See what's going on, and then I'll have a quick listen to check everything's all right. Oh yeah, that looks okay. Looks like my camera's frozen now, so no change there. I'm actually going to try something when I get a moment because I've got an iPad for the work thing I'm doing. It's got a built-in like eSIM, and it's a Vodafone one, and I've noticed using that as a hotspot, it's much better than my Wi-Fi at home. So I might try using that. Might be taking the piss a little bit because I don't know what they pay for data-wise. I expect they just pay for unlimited, don't they? But I can't get it to turn on now, but I'll give it a go. Anyway, look, what I'm talking about is so 12-hour time frame, obviously looking at it with Quadzilla. This is so painfully slow. Please don't do that. Right, I'm going to see anyway. All right, I'll have a look at that in a moment, but it's not quite there. All right. So what I've been looking for is obviously my usual thing, the cross of the yellow 21 EMA and the green 55 EMA on the 12-hour time frame. If we get that cross there, it's going to be quite good. It's going to need this current candle to go green, really, I reckon. And the only way that's going to happen is if we get favorable PPI data, I think. So, yeah, I think we might have to wait and see what happens there. Scotty, your song comment, I don't know what that one is. It's not one of them REM songs, is it? There was one that was like a big list, wasn't there? Don't know. Gonna have to Google it, aren't I? I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm not sure really. Anyway, So yes, I don't know that song. Oh, Aussie's it. That's cool. And I think I saw Kaz as well. Yep. So we got Aussie here. Brilliant. Okay, that's very slow to respond. And we got Kaz here. And Scott, are you saying we didn't start? Oh yeah, Billy Joel. Yeah. I always say this whenever everyone mentions Billy Joel, but my dad, I think this is true. Anyway, my dad used to work for General Electric USA, and I think in his department, because he was actually based in the UK, but he spent a lot of time in the States as well. And when he was over there, his kind of boss, I think, was Howard Joel, which I believe was Billy Joel's dad. Although I don't even know if that's his real name, though, so maybe it doesn't make sense. I don't know, but yeah, that's my claim to fame, Mr. Delta, the original Mr. Delta. Hello, mate. Hello, there. How you doing? Okay, right. So yeah, I'm being a bit untogether here because I'm being plagued by this rubbish connection. Let me just see if I can swap it to this other one. I tried it a minute ago and it said this connection cannot be joined, doesn't it? I can't see it at all now. All right, so that's probably not going to happen. So I don't know. There's not a lot I can do about that. Scotty thinks Billy Joel is overrated. But yeah, there again, I don't know. I like so sort of what's the opposite of mainstream? I don't know. I like little bands that play in muddy fields and have a following of 200 people, and that kind of thing. Right, Starlink. Yeah, I know. The kind of principle of it, right, is I shouldn't do it. It's only going to cost me about 60 quid to leave PlusNet, but I don't know. I'm slightly reluctant to, because it's quite cheap. It's like 22 quid a month. But it is bloody rubbish. But it's not rubbish because it's cheap. It's rubbish because we've got fibre in the road, but only copper going to the houses. And they can't do full fibre at the moment because of some argument with the council. However, I was told that it wouldn't be later than the 20th of July, which is only 5 days away. So I think it's probably time that I got on the phone and had a chat with someone and yeah, found out. Scotty Charisma indie stuff. Yeah, I like. Yeah, one of my favourite bands at the moment is it's called Dog Shite, and it's a band from London with my friend Carmel who sings, and got really catchy little punky ska songs, and they're great there. Anywho, so yeah, we're looking at Bitcoin here. Let's do my usual thing of my triple time frame thingy, because there are some things to note. Now we are going to get the PPI data at 1:30. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at that. And it slowed so slowly. I'm going to turn my other computer off, because well, not off, but like, and I'm going to close down some TradingView tabs as well. I think TradingView with Quadzilla on does cane your bandwidth, I must admit. It almost makes me think that, maybe the evolution of Quadzilla is when it becomes two indicators. So we got like the one for the top stuff and then one for the bottom stuff, and they work independently. The problem is that wouldn't properly give retracement levels, because the retracement levels rely on data from the momentum oscillator. So there's a calculation that goes on between the two, which is why it's a bit unlike most indicators where, you know, you put it on this, well, you put it on the chart and it appears both here and here. I don't know of any other indicator that does that, but you know, it does, and it works really well. The problem is we're caning all the resources you've got to play with, all the plot series things that maths talks about sometimes, which means kind of reaching the sort of limitations of how we can expand it, really. But I don't know, really. I kind of guess the thing is it will probably just become, well, probably stay as one indicator, and then for any extra enhancements, we'll probably just add them as a different indicator. For example, that's what we did with the multiple time frame thing. You know, that one you can add that as much as you like. Anywho, let's do this. Let's actually, I can move to my other layout, which is the Bitcoin ByBit one, and this should change everything eventually. Don't save, that'll do. Okay, so let me change this 5 minute to the 3 minute. See how slow it is? It's painful, isn't it? Well, that's 12 hour, not 12 minute. 12 minute, there you go. So that 12 hour cross, we're probably not going to see that until like midnight tonight, unfortunately. But if it does happen, it should be great. Okay, so got a little bit of down and sideways at the moment, and you can see here that on this 1 minute time frame, we had that nice, actually, we had this nice pump up last night, didn't we? Actually, was that last night? No, it was this morning, wasn't it? Yeah, this morning went up to 65,272. Brilliant. Now we have got this bearish retracement level here at 65,024. So I can well see there being some resistance there, and also below us. Actually, below us, there's not that much, is there? Unless we go much lower, like say down to 62.5, like we're seeing here on the 12 minute. But yes, so the 1 minute doesn't seem to know what it's doing. It seems to be like flipping backwards and forwards all the time. The 3 minute still looking a little bit bearish, but looks like we could be getting across of those EMAs soon. And we've got 15 minutes to go until the PPI. So yeah, there's that, isn't there? Yeah. So let's have a look at the comments. Okay. Of course, it's all about music, isn't it? Mr. Dale, ever go to Rebellion, Scotty? Doesn't that involve going to Blackpool or somewhere? Well, must be quite scary. Okay, Rebellion, I think it's in Blackpool Festival. Punk rock, okay. And Scotty, oh then no, mate. No, not one for huge crowds, prefer smaller gigs. Saw Noel Gallagher at Eden Project. That's big enough for me, lol. Yeah, Scotty, you're not far from what's that bar called? It's either in Devon or Cornwall. I think it's Cornwall, actually. It's kind of north of Foy. There's a little bar up there, isn't there, that has live bands, and I've not actually been there, but I have a friend and she goes there quite often. But Alex, I can't think what it's called now. Something like the Code Bar or something like that. But I think that was one we had in France, so probably not that. Okay. President Donald J. Trump will be speaking to the nation this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Bound to say something stupid. Expect volatility. Absolutely. And Scotty, Inverse head and shoulders on the 1 hour. Okay, let's have a look at that, because there's definitely stuff happening, isn't there? So let's just let's expand this one. Look at that on the 1 hour. Inverse head and shoulders. So do you mean like that? Probably do, don't you? Let's have a look. Let's see if it gets picked up on the all chart patterns. Not really. That's showing a, well, there's that as well, isn't there? You know, that's a what do you call it? A rising ascending triangle, is it? That's got a target here of 68k. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Not sure what that is down there. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. 4 hour, that's showing that as well. I mean, we're obviously at some sort of resistance here, aren't we? At like 60, well, pretty much 65k. And, you know, we're kind of doing a bit of that. And I do like these patterns, actually, because they kind of do what you think, really. You know, it's like the price comes down. People think, oh, right, it's time to go long now. So the price goes back up and you think, well, okay, I'm going to sell at that point. It was at before, so it comes back down. As it's coming back down, people go, well, I don't want to miss it again, so I'm going to put my buy order a little higher. So they go a little bit higher, and it does it again. And each time they think, you know, I don't want to miss that entry. So that's what they do. They come down, wait for that, and then this gets smaller and smaller until it becomes not so worthwhile. And they think, okay, I'm not going to take profit this time. I'm just going to let it run. And that's when the price breaks out. Unless something goes wrong, which it does 38% of the time, or if it is. Okay, so I'm a bit burpy. I've just eaten a boiled egg, and I probably ate it a bit too quick. But really nice eggs, actually, from a farm up the road, and they've got really yellow yolks. Brilliant. Anyway, got 10 minutes to wait. What else are we talking about? Okay. I can always rely on Scotty for the news, can't you? So Japan leaps ahead of the US on crypto regulation. Japan has just approved a law amendment that addresses nearly everything at once: taxes, ETFs, licensing, and insider trading. Okay, so yeah, there is that. While the US debates clarity, Japan is positioning itself to attract the companies, investors, and capital the US risks pushing away. Yeah, I don't think about that Clarity Act. It doesn't seem very clear to me. I don't know what exactly they're trying to achieve. You know, are they just trying to like normalize everything? You know, I suppose they are, aren't they? Anyway, a nice question from Kaz. How is your new job going, SWC? I know, not crypto, just being nosy. Okay, so it's going well in the way that I'm all qualified and ready to go. What I need to do now, I need to find a venue to do that, which I went to see one this morning, and then it'll all be good, and then I'll have a sort of regular thing that I do, and I can tell people about how to be healthy. So that's the plan, and at the same time, hopefully, I'll get some healthy habits myself, and I'll live longer, which would be really nice, because I'm feeling a bit old now. Anyway, but yeah, thanks for asking. But yeah, it's all going well, and I've been very well received by my my colleagues, and also the public who I who I talk to. It's really hard. I can't quite talk about it exactly, because yeah, it's difficult. Anyway, South Korea has officially recognized crypto as a national asset. The government plans to tokenize state-owned real estate as securities. Okay. And share the returns with the public. Tokenized state-owned real estate as securities. And share it with the public. That seems to be too good to be true. Maybe. Don't know. But yeah. Okay, Scotty, I'm not bullish enough. Is that me not bullish enough? I mean, what am I? I think I'm temporarily. No, what's the word? On the very short time frame, I'm quite bullish. On the medium time frame, I'm quite bearish, and then long term, I'm bullish. I think that's generally how I am. But happy to take the ride, whatever happens. I am actually in a long. Actually, as usual, I've been messing around with the what you call it, with the position. I always keep fiddling with the leverage and taking bits out, adding bits in. I mean, it means I take profit, but it also means I always screw up my entry. But my entry was 63469 for Bitcoin, and what we're at now, 6456. Yeah, so just over $1,000 below. But it's a reasonable size position. It's like a 38 grand position size. I've got slightly silly leverage at the moment, but obviously I'm looking for a move upwards. And are we going to get it? I'm not sure really. Anyway. Oh, Carl saying, good to hear. Exciting times. Congrats. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, it's yeah. I wish it was the sort of thing I could talk about more, but I if I did, I really would dox myself completely. And I think for my own family security and stuff, I think that's probably not a good idea. So I'm going to try and not do that. Everything will be tokenized. Yeah, I'm not actually sure it's a good idea, but I don't know, is it? I suppose it. Oh, I don't know really. No, it was a collective view. Lol. What was? You're not. You're not bullish enough. I say, Aussie. I'm bullish with a sprinkling of. Yeah. God, I did that. I did that video the other day about EGLD, and I made it quite sort of depressing and miserable. Like God, the grief I got off that on X. It was quite good for engagement, because you can argue with people and stuff, and then some guy came along and he was like, well, why don't you just go? And I said, well, I don't want to go because I've got a load of XMEX and I've got a load of Zoe Pay EGLD LPs that I need to split up and do something with, so I am still interested in it financially. And he said, well, don't shit on your own doorstep then. And I was thinking, well, yeah, good point, actually. So I might do another video of why everything is really good with EGLD, but I don't know. I don't think it is, to be honest. Anyway, we will see. Anyway, so what the hell is this Bitcoin doing? We've got 4 minutes to go to the data. So let's change this back to whatever I was looking at before. So let's go for that and then put that on the 12-minute time frame. Or should we just look at the one? Maybe that's the way to go, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, problem with patterns is you can draw them however you like. This is like the 12 minutes got like a head and shoulders there with a target down there of 63 and a half K. Actually, that's not too weird actually. Anyway, let's just have like that. Let's just go for the 1 minute. Let's make that the big one. Okay. This has been doing brilliant. It's been doing really well with these retracements, just like boing, 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 boing. And then at the moment, what have we got? Nothing much really, you see. So a little bit in limbo. Oh, hang on. That one up there. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we get good PPI, shoot up there to 65K. and then reject, but don't always reject, do we? Like this one here, it kind of went up, rejected a little bit, and then went up again. So what's the best way to look at this then? I'll just get the little panel-y thing up and then just keep looking at it. So I believe what we've got, this internet is just bothering me so much. That wasn't what I was looking for. Why hasn't it got the... It's got them on my other screen. Anyway, so so basically forecast is 0 for PPI, and the previous was 1.1. So what does that mean? That means, and this is the rate. This is the rate of change, isn't it? So 0 would be good. Yeah, 0 would be good. So anything between 1.1 and 0 is probably going to be, yeah, 1.1 to 0. That would be good. Below 1, bigger than 1.1 would probably be bad. Something like that, I reckon. Anyway, about a minute to go. So what do we reckon? Up or down? I think I'll go up. But it has been interesting. You see this, you know, the 1 minute is, you know, going these EMAs, you know, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish, bullish, no, bearish, bullish, bearish. Okay, all right, 18 seconds to go. Oh, that started to wiggle a little bit. And 10 seconds to go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, blast off. And it's going up. There you go. Ah, oh, brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, will it go up to that level there? That's the question. Okay, let's go back to the, I'll tell you, let's do the triple thingy. Okay, so it's 1, 3, and 12 I got here. Okay, so what actually happened PPI wise then? I'll have to read it to you from the other screen. Oh, actually, wow. Okay, so previous was 0.6, forecast was 0, actual was minus 0.3. Oh, that's really good news. That's really good news. The price should go up nicely now for a bit. Okay, so what we're going to struggle with, we're going to struggle with 65k. There. What else? I might make this into just 2 actually. So I can keep that on the 1 minute, and then I can just flick around different time frames here. Now, you know what I want to see is that cross of the yellow and green EMAs on the 5 minute, because that is always really good. So we'll probably get that, won't we? If we're getting this big green candle there. So 2.5 minutes to go for that one to close. Oh. Yeah, my Bitcoin trade is looking nice. That's good. It's currently $750 in profit. I want to get a grand out of it. That's what I want. That's on a different computer, so I can't really show you that one. I've got a little one on Bitunix as well. Okay. There's probably not a lot to see now. Probably like what will happen is we'll go up to this level here, 65, probably overshoot, come back, probably draw another retracement in, and carry on from there. I do want to see what happens with this 5 minute though. Have we crossed on the 3 minute? Probably have, haven't we? Yeah. So that crossed there a few minutes ago. And the 5 minute, we just want to see the cross there. And then, like I say, that usually when you get the cross on the 5 minute, you normally see quite a nice pump to the upside. If you don't, it normally means something's not quite right, and it will come down again. So do watch out for that, just in case that does happen. What we got? Another minute to go. Let's have a look at the comments while I'm waiting. God candle. It's not quite a 2021 God candle, though, is it? I used to love them things. We get like $5,000 candles. Brilliant. Okay. Card red penalty. Oh, that's some sort of emoji, isn't it? Andy Burnham wants to impose 38 billion in new taxes despite having no mandate at all from the British people. Well, that's going to go well, isn't it? Breaking US core PPI came in at 4.7, expectations 4.9. Yes, that's right. So that's minus 0.3 change, isn't it? Yeah, so that's brilliant. Yeah, cheers, Scotty. I mean, we kind of expected that because the thing yesterday was better than expected, wasn't it? So it was, it was pretty sure that we're going to get a positive, a positive as a good PPI. Oh, okay. So that 5 minute candle did not cross there. Okay. Let's wait another 5 minutes, see what happens. I do want to see the price come up to that level there. Definitely, because it has been really good on this 1 minute. But you see that 12 hour. The reason I was looking at that is I was looking at the higher time frame. So things like the 9 hour, and you can see that the yellow and green they crossed on Tuesday, yesterday at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that was all good. So then you start looking at higher time frames like the 10 hour. And you can see the 10 hour that crossed there as well, like on Monday that was. And you think, okay, well, what about the 11 hour? So the 11 hour actually crossed bullish there. So you would think that the 12 hour is pretty much there, but we're not quite there yet, you see. So this is obviously moving quite slowly, when you get into these like larger time frames like the 12 hour for the EMAs. But I think when they do, that'd be great. I always like to look in the past to see what it did. And that was one there. That was back on the 9th of April. We went from 70k up to 82. A little bit of wiggling about there. This is one way you need to watch out. Where you get the cross and it starts pumping, but it leaves one of these bullish retracements behind, as it's going up, so you know it's going to come back there and close that. And when it does that, it kind of loses its momentum a little bit, and then it crossed bearish again back in March. But we'll see. It's looking good now that you've got the red 5 EMA sort of leading the way as it does. So you've got the red, cyan, and then what you want is yellow and green as you go down. Okay, so looks like it's having another crack at it anyway. What was I on? 5 minute, wasn't it? I wonder if that'll do it on the next candle. Good if it does. Yeah, because I'm sort of irresponsibly long, actually. Anyway, Scotty, the government is now set to raise the state pension age to 68 in 2037, 7 years earlier than planned. What is it now? Is it 67 now, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I suppose they save a year on pension payments, don't they? Yeah. I don't know. If you're young, make sure you've got all your national insurance contributions paid. God knows how I have, but I have, apart from 1 year. I don't quite understand how I did, because I was in France for 20 of those years. But I guess I had other stuff here, so I don't know actually. But anyway, I seem to have a complete, apart from a few months, load of national insurance payments. But so when the time comes, I'll be looking forward to getting a real pension, and I think that'll be quite nice. All right, so I've just got a notification there, so that's saying there's an EMA cross on the 5 minute time frame. So is that what I was looking for? It was indeed. Okay, right. So that, hey, there you go. There's a hey to tell me so. Okay, that's cool. So we got a cross there now. Now, what normally happens at that point, the price normally pulls back a bit before it goes up. So that's probably what we'll see. That's cool. I'm happy with that. Okay, Scott, he's saying, my opinion is there will be no state pension by then, and you'd be expected to work until death to fund the welfare state, foreign aid, climate change garbage, and DEI. Yeah, do they want everyone working now forever? I suppose they do, don't they? But I don't think pensions are the problem. I think the problem is what they pay out in benefits, and to various people, especially various people who. I'm not even going to go there, but like, you probably know what I'm going to say. Yeah, I don't know. I did have a few years of being on the dole, signing on when I was in my early 20s, and I was just living in Wales and playing in rock bands. But yeah, I don't know. The thing was there is like there weren't any jobs, and like everyone was on the dole, and it was brilliant. It was like really good fun. It's also really good to learn to live with no money as well. I got quite good at that, which I think is a nice way to live anyway. Live frugally. I think it's good. I think we should all do that. But yeah, so I think that's where the money's going. It's not so much the pensions, but yeah, that's just a bit mean, really. Anyway, Okay. I think I'm gonna probably call it a day actually, because I think all the excitement's over for the moment. Obviously, going to have the New York Open at 2:30. So we'll see what happens then. Yeah, Kaz is saying problem is wages don't cover living costs for most. That is true. That's true. I honestly don't know how a lot of people do it. I overheard someone saying the other day, and without being peopleist, it didn't look like this couple were, in the sort of high earning category, But they were saying to someone, yeah, our mortgage is $2,500 a month. How are we supposed to afford that? And you kind of assume by that is like they're not paying it, so they're going to get evicted, aren't they? And what's the word? Yeah, I don't know. They're going to lose the house, aren't they? And that's really bad. And these people were like in their, I don't know, 40s or something maybe, and they had kids as well. And like, yeah. But I was thinking, yeah, if you have to find $2,500 a month, even with a couple, it's difficult. I find it difficult being a single parent with, well, two daughters, but like one of them has kind of left home now, so she's like less of a dependent now. But even just being a single parent with like one kid, it's just bloody expensive, isn't it? Anyway, looks like Aussie's off, so I'll go myself. Right, tomorrow's Thursday, so I'll be back with math, and we can do our usual sort of thing. I do find it more fun when he's here because we have a have a bit more of a chat. Although yesterday I think I was highly distracted, and yeah, I might have to apologise to him for that. But yeah, I can't remember what I was doing, but I was just trying to sort out some work stuff at the same time. Anywho, right, thanks everyone for coming along. It's been lovely having you here. Oh, it's quite a lot here actually. Wow. So 34 on X on Saber Crypto, 26 on X with Mathtopia. Oh wow, that's brilliant. Oh, you're all so welcome. That's amazing. Please do, well, those on X. I mean, if you can come over to YouTube and look for Save with Crypto and give it a sub, then I'd be more than grateful forever. Okay, so I just got another notification of that 2155 EMA cross. So I think we're probably in business there. But yeah, obviously look at the price going into New York, and then we'll see what happens.
Hey.
All right. Okay, everyone. All right, take care. I'll see you tomorrow, and yeah, bye.